Hey, everybody. Just wanted to take a minute or two of your time to talk about the tech tip of the week. We'll be doing this each week, sharing out some new information that will hopefully help make everybody's life a little bit easier here at OCHS. And today and for the next couple of weeks, we're going to be talking about PBS Learning Media and a lot of the resources that GPB provides free of charge to teachers throughout the state. Today, we're going to take this opportunity to talk specifically about virtual field trips and how you can use them and how you can embed them into Canvas for your students to access easily and all the great resources that come alongside of it. So we're going to start out by going to gpb.pbslearningmedia.org, and that'll bring you to this site. You'll hit sign in and sign in with Google, and for free, you've got access to all of these great resources. So we want to start out by searching for virtual field trips. And when I do that, pops up over 2,000 search results, but the one that I need is right on top, Georgia Virtual Field Trips. Now, GPB has done an outstanding job of collecting a lot of great resources, and they are willing to go do this for anything that we might come up with. All they need, they told us, is the funding, which can be a little bit tough to overcome. But they are willing to go out and create these virtual field trips for us. If we come up with the ideas, they'll find a way to go about it, and we can talk about that later. But as you can see, Georgia Virtual Field Trips, we've got a lot of options here for us, and you can see them over on the left-hand side, all the features in this collection. Now, you'll see a lot of things that are related to social studies, but a lot of these can be used in conjunction with ELA. CTAE has a lot of opportunities here with some forestry virtual field trips as well as entrepreneurship, math and science. We can find a way to work some in for you as well. But as you can see on the left-hand side, we have everything from the Civil Rights Movement. We've got virtual walking tours, National Prisoner of War Museum, Georgia Forest, Georgia Peanuts, Jimmy Carter, the regions of Georgia, Andersonville, UGA, Warm Springs, on and on and on and on. And so there's a ton of great resources that we can utilize right here at our fingertips. And as we scroll down, we can take a look and see all the different options that we have. Georgia Forest 2, I've had a chance to look through that. Really interesting, really engaging. We're going to go with Andersonville right here. Andersonville, found here in the state of Georgia. It was a Civil War prisoner of war camp and is now a part of the National Park System. You can go visit today. If you got an entire day, I would certainly suggest going and walking around. But we'll talk about that at another time. I want to share with you right now how we can utilize this virtual field trip. And so as you can see, a lot of great tools that we can use right here. It gives you an overview of what this virtual field trip is about, as well as what standards from the GADOE that it is associated with. So if you ever have a question of how does this relate to what I'm learning, how does this relate to what I'm trying to implement in the classroom, this gives you a great way to show you how you can use it. You can see the anchor statements, okay, for the overall standard, and then it'll also provide a link to different resources for that particular standard within the entire GPB Digital Learning Media website. All right, so automatically right off the bat, we've got a lot of great tips. We've got some support materials over here to the side. We've got the virtual field trip guide that can kind of give us an overview, tells us what are featured here, what standards are featured, and then gives us some discussion questions as well as some extension activities that we can use in the classroom if we need to. All right. Additionally to that, we've got a lesson plan that is built in with a lot of great extra resources that we can pull into our classroom. It's going to give you the materials. It'll give you the key vocabulary, a lot of resources that we can go through, as you see, link back to the virtual field trip. And then you've got a link here to the Google Arts and Culture exhibit. This is something that we'll talk about at another date. A lot of other resources that GPB has put together for us. But as you can see, this is a whole nother site that students can navigate and pull from. A lot of primary documents, a lot of things that are very interactive, and some just deeper details on the particular topic, as well as embedded videos GPB has put together. All right. So as you can see, they have gone through and created a lot of great artifacts for us to be able to use. They show how they relate it back to the standards. And guys, this is a 16-page document that goes into different strategies, gives you different graphic organizers, kind of some next level thinking in our DOK that we're always talking about, higher level thinking questions, and again, some primary documents that are built in and some different graphic organizers that you can utilize in your classroom. So just a bunch of different ideas that GPB has put together. But when we're talking about the virtual field trip, okay, I'm going to hit launch, and then I can walk through Andersonville without ever having to leave my classroom. One, it's a long bus ride, and two, we know that bus drivers right now are a little bit hard to come by for field trips. So this is a great tool to be able to use in your classroom to let your students get that experience without ever having to leave Watkinsville. And in the virtual field trip, as you see, it gives you an overview. It's an easy guide that'll walk you through all the way. This is a site map with different points that students can check out. And with each point comes an interactive lesson. It gives you some basic information. It's going to embed some videos, as you can see. And it's going to give you some different pictures that people can look through. So like the sole water source for Andersonville, it had one stream, not a river, but one stream that ran in it. And that's where thousands upon thousands of soldiers had to get their drinking water. That's where they had to take baths. And that's where they had to go to the bathroom. So this allows you to click through and kind of get you some basic information, see some different views that otherwise you may not have access to. But as you can see, a lot of great resources. This is a picture, a 360-degree photo picture that students can click on. They can rotate around and get a sight for what the scene looks like today and do some comparing and contrasting. So as they navigate through this entire site map, this is going to give them just a bunch of different aspects or points of view throughout the entire course. So that's kind of the generic how they can go about using the site map, how they can go about using the virtual field trip. And then this allows you to build in a lot of stuff around it for yourself with your classroom. Going back to the main page now, you also see that they give you some suggested links that go with it, some other things that they've built in, as well as more stuff from the virtual field trips collection. You've got videos embedded about Andersonville, how what it was used for, what life was like in Andersonville, and some other documents that go along with it. Okay, so all of this is really right at your fingertips. So if I want to take this now and I want to embed this into Canvas, we'll go ahead, we'll open up Canvas, scroll on down from my waffle menu, pull up my landing page. I'm going to go find the course that I want to publish this in. All right, I'm going to go to my pages, view all pages. Let's go ahead. I've got one built for Andersonville right now. So this is kind of the cookie cutter. Okay, I want to edit this. Go ahead and take out that link real quick. All right, so I'm just going to copy and paste. I'm just going to copy the URL. I want to embed an external link. So I'll go ahead and do that right here. Text, this is Andersonville Virtual Field Trip. And I can go ahead and embed that in here, and then any other sources that I wanted to go with that. So if I've got the site map, I've got the virtual field trip. If I wanted to go ahead and embed one of these videos, I can do that as well. Now, the video cannot be embedded like a YouTube video can because it does not have the external link like YouTube. So I would have to embed this page into Canvas as well. All right. So we'll go ahead and we'll embed that as well. And I can go ahead and create a plan. All right. I can go ahead and create a step-by-step plan for how I want this course to look. All right, so I've done that, created a couple links for my kids to use. I'm going to save that, and now my kids have automatic access to these things through my Canvas page. So I don't have to go in all the steps, click here, search this, click here, scroll to here. I can embed it easily, and they can go step by step through everything that I want them to see from GPB and PBS learning media. It's a great tool. We're going to talk a lot about how we can build lessons through GPB, a lot of the different resources that they have. It's an outstanding free resource that we can use, a lot of great primary materials, primary documents, and a lot of great bonus materials that our kids will find engaging and that they will want to use to learn about. And it all connects back to our standards here in Georgia. And it's an easy connection to make between what they're learning and what we need to be teaching. If you